Hey traders, checking in on the cryptocurrency space. So in our last video, I highlighted some of the clues looking around different markets that showed me some red flags for the potential of consolidation in the cryptocurrency space. We've seen a little bit. Is this just the start, or are the bulls in the clear? I'll show you a whole nother slew of clues that I'm looking at all around the market, including the dollar, that we can use to gauge most likely scenarios. Alright, so real quick in summary, the things that had us looking for some pullback on the video that was 2 days ago, so back here on Monday, we were looking at BTC dominance, looking for a bounce, and anticipating that the way the dominance chart would bounce with how we were set up would be the cryptocurrency space dropping and altcoins dropping harder because they had less support levels established nearby, and just not seeing a scenario where Bitcoin was going to break bull and outrun altcoins unless there was some kind of news release. Scenario number 2, we were watching for weakness in the broader market. Yesterday we had a pretty notable pullback in the broader market and in QQQ, and we saw some correlation with Bitcoin and the NASDAQ yesterday. And the third reason was just noticing the double top on Bitcoin and the loss of some of the short-term bull momentum. So overall, on the weekly time frame, we know we're watching for weekly consolidation. That being said, this week is currently an inside bar. So I look at the inside bar and then I say, okay, well, we still have half the week left. So maybe it won't end up an inside bar, but keeping that possibility open, which would mean just roughly sideways trading, and bulls in the altcoin space definitely enjoy sideways trading in Bitcoin when it's coming after a bull move, because that keeps confidence in the space. Bitcoin holds its gains and it's not pulling back and weighing on the altcoin space, and that allows the individual altcoins to continue pumping if Bitcoin is trading sideways and holding most of the gains on its initial bull move. So there are two scenarios that we're going to be looking at from here. Number one, yes, this is our top and weekly consolidation is going to follow through. Just stopped out of a stock trade. And number two, we have the bulls keeping control and heading to higher highs. So those are two very different scenarios, and most people want to see someone give predictions. This is going to happen or this is going to happen. If you've been watching, you know that's not how I trade. I trade with probabilities. So I'm going to show you, going through all these different clues, how I determine the probabilities of what is the most likely scenario and what all these little clues are that are going to help shift the different scenarios. So on the Bitcoin daily time frame, we're zooming in. We're saying, okay, we have daily support at 43.7 thousand. We held that level. We bounced off 44.2 thousand. I said that the next time I'm interested in buying a Bitcoin bounce will be 4-hour oversold conditions. I still have some swing position from the monthly higher low entries on the $30,000 flush. Took some profit. I took half of my profit in Bitcoin, a third of my profit in Ethereum. So that's keeping me patient. We didn't get to 4-hour oversold, so I haven't played any of this bounce right now. The positions that I do have are benefiting from this bounce, but again, it's keeping me anti-FOMO. I'm just being very patient and waiting for that trade scenario to come to me. And if it doesn't, and if we head higher, that'll be just fine. I will see profit. Yes, I'll leave a little bit of money on the table because I took some profit, but that's a-okay after a 65% move. So we saw a 4-hour bear flag negated with a little higher low and higher high. So now on Bitcoin, I'm determining, okay, what time frame do I see the most clear pattern? And this morning, I drew a potential hourly falling wedge here. I like how many touches this downtrending support line has. And then we got this downtrending resistance line. And here's the bounce right up to that level right now. So I drew this chart this morning when we were trading right here within this range. And here we are right at this resistance. If we reject from this resistance, I'm going to like this pattern even more, just as far as short-term clarity over the next couple of days. So if we break this pattern bull and we get over this downtrending resistance line, we're then going to see a daily bounce holding our recent low. And from there, a possibility would be a head and shoulders pattern. So right now, the bounce that we're seeing in the cryptocurrency space is, in my opinion, fueled by altcoin bulls. And that's because many altcoins that have been running really hard just hit their first hourly oversold back burner trades, looking for daily higher lows. So bulls were ready and waiting for those opportunities to buy those dips. And if the bears are going to prove anything to us, it's getting those first hourly back burners out of the way and then dropping down to lower lows. So let's go over scenario number 1 where bulls keep control. If the bulls are going to keep control in this cryptocurrency space for the next week plus, That needs to be our low. We have to hold 44.2 thousand from here and see continuation of a 4-hour uptrend all the way back towards our double top high at 41.1 thousand. What we would also want to see is a bear flag on the dominance chart. We know that the cryptocurrency space is its strongest and most confident when altcoins are leading the way to the upside, and we see the profit rotation game with individual coins pumping a couple at a time, and then the profits run over to these coins and pump them. That's the most ideal bullish environment. So if this dominance chart bounces to the brief consolidation that we saw, allow for that brief consolidation in the cryptocurrency space, and then if we bear flag to a lower low under 43.67, that's a good sign for the cryptocurrency bulls, because that shows me altcoins continuing to hold their strength and continuing to pump and run. So if I want to see Bitcoin head back to 48.1, I want to see the dominance chart confirm a daily bear flag. I want to see the dollar. Let's talk about the dollar. The dollar is a weekly cup and handle. We want to see dollar weakness if we want to see the Bitcoin bulls remain strong. It doesn't mean dollar strength inevitably is going to lead to Bitcoin weakness, but we just know generally that Bitcoin is stronger when the dollar is weak and Bitcoin is weaker when the dollar is strong. Right now, the dollar is a cup and handle pattern. This is key resistance. We dropped down. We failed to break resistance. Lower high set, bull flag, and now here we are testing resistance. This is a weekly cup and handle. If the weekly cup and handle confirms, it's a monthly trend change on the dollar, which would be notable. So if I am a Bitcoin bull, I want to see the dollar fail to break 93.44. Here we are testing 93.19. We actually broke it today, so we took out the right side of the cup. I want to see a failure to break 93.44 and a loss of the daily higher lows. And our last daily higher low is 92.47, and we got an uptrend support line that we can be watching here. So I can say that the probabilities of further Bitcoin consolidation and Bitcoin weekly consolidation will increase if the dollar confirms the weekly cup and handle and breaks 93.44. It's another little piece of the puzzle and another clue to help determine probabilities. So if we see the dollar reject from resistance, if we see the dominance chart confirm a daily bear flag, probabilities increase that Bitcoin is not going to see weekly consolidation. One more factor I'm watching for is the stronger altcoins. So we've had some nice runs in the altcoin space. Here's our pullback. And I'm looking at ADA and Doge and XRP, names that broke out and have now pulled back to first hourly oversold conditions. And you can see the bulls aggressively bought ADA first hourly oversold conditions. And at this point, we are up over 15% off that low from that first hourly oversold. And it also lined up with daily EMA 12. I love when there's a confluence of technical signals. Hourly back burner, looking for a daily higher low, daily EMA 12. That is bread and butter as far as having probabilities align to be scouting a bounce. So ADA bulls performing wonderfully on this bounce at this point. And again, just looking at the other names, Doge, same deal, looking for the daily higher low off of EMA 12, first hourly oversold conditions, dipped down there with a nice big lower wick. XRP USDT, first hourly oversold conditions. Actually, I take that back. Not first hourly oversold for XRP. We bounced on a couple previous hourly oversolds. But look at these bounces off 30. This shows me the bulls are continuously buying these dips. But same thing, daily higher low trying to form off of the daily EMA 12. If the low of these altcoins is now set, so all of these alts that are strong, if we do not break 187 on ADA, and if we see daily uptrend continuation and confirm daily bull flags, then the odds of Bitcoin leading to weekly consolidation will decrease significantly. If Bitcoin is going to see weekly consolidation, these alts will break the low that we just hit, in my opinion. So if that low is not going to break, then Bitcoin is not seeing weekly consolidation shape up. Because again, if we're going to see the dominance chart confirm a daily bear flag, that means the altcoins are continuing to perform and breaking out to higher highs. That's the only way that dominance chart is going to be a bear flag, if these altcoins are daily bull flags. So those are the clues that I'm watching for to all align for the cryptocurrency space to remain strong, and the S&P 500. Let's go there now. So SPY, S&P 500, I've been watching more correlation with QQQ, and QQQ confirmed a daily downtrend with zero follow through. And you can see it's just real tight here, and it's a potential weekly bear flag at this point, or a bull flag at this point in time. because we confirmed a daily downtrend with zero bear follow through. Today has just been a battle of bulls trying to regain the hourly uptrend. They've been unable to do so at this point. So if the broader market drops down to lower lows, that will increase probabilities that Bitcoin is going to see further consolidation and a weekly pullback. If QQQ breaks the inside bar bull and we're right back testing the all-time high, then the probabilities will increase for the cryptocurrency space to continue to hold its strength. So we've got the dominance chart, the altcoins, the broader market, and Bitcoin holding that low that we just set. Those are all bull scenarios. Now what are the bear scenarios that the bears want to see? Pretty much the opposite on a lot of those. The bears want to see the dollar breakout, confirming the weekly cup and handle, breaking 93.44. The bears want to see the dominance chart fail to be a bear flag. They want to see a 12-hour trend change here. They want to see a hold of the low and a break of the high of 45.24 to confirm a 12-hour trend change and see daily bounce follow through. Those are two clues. Another clue that the bears want to see is the stronger altcoins fail to see higher highs. They want to see ADA USDT fail to break resistance of 225, and they want to see this bounce result in a 12-hour lower high. So high, 12-hour higher low, and they want to see a rejection from resistance. And all the coins that are doing that on the daily time frame, and there's more than just the three that we just looked at, but they want to see XRP with a 12-hour lower high and head back down towards support, and they want to see Doge, same thing, 12-hour lower high and head back down to support. Link, they want the same thing, 12-hour lower high, confirm further daily consolidation. So they want to see, bears want to see our daily higher low attempts fail for the altcoin space. And they want to see Bitcoin shape up with a 12-hour head and shoulders. So this is a head and shoulders setup. You can look at it on the daily as well. And that would essentially be, here's our left shoulder. Here's our head. We held support, fail the double top, fail to break 48.1, and then roll over, lose the daily EMA 12 convincingly, confirm a daily downtrend. So if we break that hourly falling wedge that I had drawn, bears want to see a bull break of that hourly falling wedge straight into a lack of follow through on the bull break, which would be a potential daily lower high and a potential right shoulder forming. So at this point in time, those are fairly 50-50 probabilities for me. And tomorrow's going to be key. One thing I'm watching very closely for tomorrow is how does this QQQ inside bar break? And we still got 2 hours in the trading day, so it's not a guaranteed daily inside bar. But that's going to be a major clue for me in the short term. And how that QQQ inside bar breaks will potentially shift my probabilities to 55-45 and give a little bit of a lean in one direction. And if QQQ breaks the daily inside bar bear and the dollar heads to break that 93.44 resistance, then maybe I'm 60-40 with a bear lean. If QQQ breaks it bull and we see the dollar pull back, again, that's what shifts my probability needle. That's how my brain works as a trader. And so once we start to shift the probabilities significantly enough where I say, okay, I like the risk to reward and I like the probabilities, that's when I establish trade game plans and place trades. So at this point in time, being 50-50, I don't like 50-50 trades. You know, I want the odds in my favor a little bit. If I was going for 50-50, I'm going to Vegas and playing roulette and just putting my money on black and red. So we want the odds in our favor, and depending on these clues, if some of them start to shape up, aggressive bears are going to start top fishing, aggressive bulls are going to be making entries and using the lows of today as their stop levels. And those are fairly, both scenarios have fairly low risk in the sense that stop levels are nearby. Bulls have stop levels nearby, and bears will have stop levels nearby because we're in a tightening range. So that's when risk and reward is best, when the stop levels are fairly close by. So now looking at the individual names, ETHUSD, same deal. We had a support level of 29.80, and that level did break, but technically speaking, a head and shoulders pattern is still valid if the right neckline is below the left neckline. So again, it would be the same thing. If we get a little bit of bounce follow through, fail the high, and then break the low, it's a head and shoulders, leading to weekly consolidation shaping up. ETH BTC, we broke the sideways range bear, but I'm viewing this as a high, low, lower high, held support, lower high, and we're still holding support. 668. Well, we broke that one little level. We didn't break the second level. So we're still trading mostly in a sideways range. And again, we already had a weekly inside bar last week, and we're just starting to potentially break that bearish. And if ETH BTC breaks bearish, in my opinion, that is because Ethereum is pulling back more significantly than Bitcoin. So that would be a potential clue. If this bear break sees follow through, then we're going to be watching for the probability needle to shift a little bit towards cryptocurrency consolidation. If I want to see the cryptocurrency space remain strong, I want to see ETH BTC with daily bounce follow through and get right back into the middle of this range. LTC USD, daily uptrend still intact, anything above 160.83. And again, it would be a daily bounce, failing to break the high, and then breaking that low of 162.93 that would tell us, yep, weekly consolidation's underway. At that point, it becomes very obvious, and we're trying to find the clues and the probabilities before it becomes obvious. LTC BTC, daily higher low trying to form. Bigger picture, you know, this falling wedge is very similar to the one that we had back here, and we got big follow through from that. But what was key in that is the daily trend change and uptrend, just higher lows and higher highs, seeing continuation on this move. So we had a great bull break of this falling wedge on Litecoin and nice follow through, but we haven't confirmed a trend change yet. This move came from the low. You can definitely consider it a double bottom, but we don't have a daily higher low and higher high yet. So if we're going to see a lot of follow through and continuation of an alt season and continuation of confidence in the cryptocurrency space, have to confirm a higher low here and a bull break to a higher high. The last thing the bulls want to see here is keep fading down and then just give back a significant enough of this move to then just be shaping up an equilibrium. That will not be ideal if that is what ends up taking shape. So bulls want that daily higher low and higher high for the first convincing daily uptrend on LTC BTC that we've seen in a couple months. And backtesting and holding EMA support would be the place to do it. So they really want that to be the low, and they need to keep control the next few days to try and head back towards the recent high. SOL USDT has just been a raging bull, and again, this is a great sign for the cryptocurrency space. Even if you don't like SOL, even if you don't have any exposure, you want it to go up. You want any altcoin project to explode, because all that does is give confidence to the cryptocurrency space. It keeps bulls with dollar signs in their eyes chasing who's going to be the next runner. And that's something that, you know, I see in the marijuana sector and I see in the cryptocurrency space. My coin's better than your coin. This coin stinks. This company stinks. You're all on the same team. Do not be fighting each other over who's the best. SOL going up is helping ADA. SOL going up is helping Bitcoin. 4 hour. We lost support straight into a bull break. A little bit of a fake out there. That's a very significant recovery. Generally, I would have been expecting a 4 hour lower high to be the result of that bounce due to the size of the pullback. First hourly. No, we didn't even get oversold. Bulls were front running it. Little double bottom down here. Nice little hourly equilibrium that broke bull, and then the bull volume started pouring in. But we're watching the pattern of a higher low every day, which is 6 days in a row now. On the 4 hour time frame, anything above 58.82 will be a higher low. We're still in an hourly uptrend. It's a potential hourly bull flag. So here's another little clue. If SOL USDT keeps running to blue sky all-time highs, that helps the cryptocurrency bulls stay confident. And SOL BTC, we got our spotlight correlation. It's doing the exact same thing on all time frames, which is just what the bulls want to see. Keep that up. If we start to see divergence, where SOL BTC starts showing us more weakness than SOL USDT, that can be a potential early indication of watching for a shift in momentum. So ADA USDT, big move off the low. Trying to head back to be a daily bull flag. Burden of proof's on the bears. We know the bulls have a lot of momentum behind them in the last 4 weeks. So this is a daily bull flag. And if it's not going to be a daily bull flag, bears have to do something notable here and see a real hard rejection and see some pretty high volume to see that rejection. Because right now the bulls are extremely comfortable and there's nothing shaking these bulls from their positions with how this setup is currently shaping up. And ADA BTC, again, the correlation is there. It's doing the same thing. And the bulls want that to remain the case. XRP USDT, daily high or low, not as convincing. So we're not up near that high, just like ADA is. But a daily high or low established. And again, we're watching for the potential of a 12-hour lower high compared to 135 to be an initial little red flag. If we were to set that lower high and head back down, we would say, okay, maybe we are going to lose that low and start some weekly consolidation in crypto. But if the bulls create a lot of space off that low, it keeps the cryptocurrency space confident. So with where we stand right now, again, I'm dead 50-50. So I'm not going to sit here and guess. I don't guess. I don't like guessing as a trader. But I know by tomorrow, I will have a lean that's more than 50-50 in one direction or the other based on some of the 4 clues, or at least some of the 4 clues that I just highlighted shaping up, even if it's just 1 or 2. So let's see how it takes shape. Place your bets. Again, there's clear stop levels for both bulls and bears. Give wiggle room. But aggressive bears are looking for weekly consolidation to shape up, and aggressive bulls are looking for the altcoins to continue leading the way to the upside, and for Bitcoin to maintain daily high or low support. And the tighter we get on Bitcoin here, we know that volatility is incoming. It's going to get interesting into the end of this week. There's been a pattern 4 weeks in a row. Bullish weekends. Friday into Saturday, Sunday. Sometimes it's a bull Friday and then we consolidate a little bit Saturday and Sunday. But generally, it's been a bullish environment into the weekend for the cryptocurrency space. So we got 2 more days till Friday. And we'll see if that remains the case. It'll definitely stand out to us if Friday is a solid red day. Let's just look at those days real quick. When was the last Friday? 13. So this is a Friday candle. And then we go back to the 6th. Green Friday. Then we go back to, math. 31st. Was that the last one? 30th. Big green day. And then we go back to the 23rd. Green. 4 Fridays in a row green. It will stand out to me if we have a red Friday. All right, do good things. I appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe. If you're watching at this point, I'm assuming you're subscribed. Probably should have asked in the beginning. See you next time.